Southampton must have one of the most convenient airports in the world for accessing from public transport. You've got the train station here, Southampton Airport Parkway, and right here is the terminal. And this isn't just like any old railway line, this is the main line to London. So it's actually quite convenient for using not only from Southampton, but also from other nearby places like Bournemouth, even London. I'm even surprised that Ryanair haven't set up shop here and started calling it London Southampton Airport, because you can get here a damn sight quicker from London than you can from Stansted Airport, I tell you that. Right, so you know that I'm living in the Channel Islands at the moment, and some of my subscribers have said, hey Lloyd, why don't you do a couple of videos about the airlines around there, about Aurigny and the Blue Islands? Well, I booked a flight today on Aurigny, and I can't remember whether it's with Blue Islands or Aurigny, because they do a code share agreement for this route that I'm flying today, Southampton to Guernsey. So let's see what I'm on. I've forgotten. What was that? About 40 seconds from train station to terminal. Right, I've already checked in online, so I don't need to go to the desks. Here we go, expected on time, 15:05 to Guernsey. You can also go to Geneva and Dublin, Glasgow. Look at all these destinations you can head to from Southampton. Well, these are arrivals, but you know what I mean. And I love this little airport. It's so convenient. When I lived in Southampton, I used to use it every now and then as a nice alternative to London. Not so many options, of course, but very convenient. Look, barely anyone at security. It's your check-in area, but I don't need to use it today, of course, because I've checked in online. I was hoping to use my priority pass to get in the Spitfire Lounge, but it's closed until further notice, I guess. Still understaffed because of coronavirus or something like that. Everything's coronavirus fault still, isn't it? Even in early 2022. 2023 now, in fact, but yeah. Let's grab a pre-flight beer anyway, shall we? Last pint in my own country for a couple of months now, look at this. Atlantic Pale Ale, pretty nice. Pretty pricey though, airport. Pint in a bag of crisps, £8.15. Sign of the times. Priority pass rubbing it in, they've just given me a little notification saying, hey, you're at Southampton Airport. There's a lounge here. Well, it's not open. Stop sending me notifications, priority pass. Not very nice of you. Right, rows 1 to 10 have been called and I'm in seat 6F, so let's get moving. Look, this little airport, it's like a bus station almost, look. What's funny here is the gates, they're not real gates, like they don't connect with the plane, like you just walk through a door and then you walk out to your plane. I'm not sure why they're advertising boats at the airport. It seems a bit counterintuitive. Right, so since I have no idea what airline I'm going on, it looks like Blue Islands, there we go. Just out there, you can see it there. So I'm going on Blue Islands, but I still have no idea what their food's like on board. So I've got the most random meal deal I've ever got just in case, from WH Smith. It's been more of a boozy than a foodie weekend. I haven't had a proper meal since Nando's yesterday, cheeky Nando's. Chicken and bacon Caesar wrap. Iron Brew No Sugar Energy. I've never seen this before, looking forward to trying that. And then protein packed fruit and nut bar, because it's got protein written on it, must be good. Blue Islands, off we go. Basically, they code share, so Aurigny, so they can keep the monopoly. They keep Blue Islands flying there. They basically code share, so they have Aurigny, Blue Islands and Loganair, all code sharing the same flight. So basically it's a monopoly, they can fix the prices. It's great. I'd love to see Ryanair or EasyJet or somebody rock up in Guernsey, but maybe the runways aren't big enough, I'm not sure, but yeah. Bit of a shame really, because this flight, Sunday afternoon, so kind of a peak time for travelling, definitely, but 110 quid for a 40-minute flight. A bit steep, but worth it for a weekend back on UK soil. See my cousin and a friend. Nice little weekend in Southampton. And this beautiful little meal deal cost only £4.99. Probably the price of a beer or, I don't know, something else on the flight. So my first time flying with Blue Islands, and it was a little bit of a surprise. Look. Nice big EasyJet over there, look. Swiss registered off to Geneva. One of their big bases. These little steps. Struggling in the rug boots. Look.
Good afternoon everybody, hello boys and girls, welcome on board your flight back to Guernsey. What a beautiful day you've chosen to fly with us here at Blue Island. My name's Matthew, the captain. It's a treat to have you on board early, and on behalf of the four of us, you met Hayley and Claire when you came on board. Peter up here in front of me, he's second in command. Peter's going to fly us back to Guernsey, and on behalf of all four of us, thank you for being ready and getting on so swiftly, because we're going to get you back early. Air traffic know that. We've got 15 minutes before we're due airborne, but from this point now it's only 7 minutes, we should be airborne and gone. As I say, it's a glorious day. You've seen the sunshine this morning. We're going to head out down, I hope we're going to head off Satherley, straight down the Southampton Water, rather down the River Itchen, isn't it, of course, over Southampton Water to Fawley, and then out over Lymington to the Needles. From there, Peter will take us up. We're going to go 8,000 feet. It's the fastest height to be flying today to get you back early. And from there, we'll go straight to Aurigny. And with the wind from the east, we'll be landing on the easterly runway at Guernsey. To you and me, that means Pete will fly down the north coast and turn left round the Hoy Lighthouse, Hanoi Lighthouse. Flight time though, with the reducing winds, it's only going to be 29 minutes from takeoff to landing, so I expect us to be on deck in Guernsey at least 17 minutes ahead of schedule, for those who need to let the onward transport plans in Guernsey know. So that's it, your bags are on, the tug is on, Claire's just doing a head, she's here with it, tell me about the head count, and they'll be on her way. Once the doors are closed, then it's back to Hayley and Claire. Now, may I ask for 153 of your seconds while the demonstration goes on after Pete's got the engines running. I do accept you're all lovely people visiting or going to Guernsey, and I know that you're going to pay attention. If the boys and girls would mind helping me, if you see any adults, children, who aren't paying attention, who are playing with their phones, you've got my permission to say, excuse me, would you mind listening to the brief? That'd be really cool. Thank you very much, and we'll see you when we get to Guernsey.
Down there, Millbrook. New Forest. It never gets old flying over parts of the world that you know so well.
Pushed back, but we've made good time up there. Nearly a 40-mile-an-hour tailwind. And Peter's just begun his descent now as we come up to Aurigny on the left wing here. Go just past the Scary Lighthouse. If you get a look down under the left engine, you should see the Scaries. And you can see the whole of Guernsey. You'll see Herb and Sark, of course, on your left side in front of the left engine.
Welcome back to Guernsey.
Everybody?
Here's our little airport, a fairly uncomfortable flight. It can be quite cramped, and it didn't help that the lady sat next to me, even though there were plenty of free spaces around us and we could have had 2 seats each, decided to just stay next to me. I should have been a bit less British and, you know, just suggested she move to another seat, but there you go. We've landed. £110 well spent, maybe for speed and convenience, but there wasn't even like a food service or a drink service or anything, so there you go. Glad I got that meal deal at the airport. Well ahead of schedule, I'm through already. 20 past 4 arrival, already just 13 past, so easily 15 minutes early, I think, right? So if you do arrive at Guernsey Airport and you want to take a bus into town, the bus stop's just over there if you want to get into St Peter's Port, but I'm just going to walk home, it's easier. My big recommendation, if you are going to fly from the south coast of England, from Southampton or Exeter or maybe Bristol to the Channel Islands, definitely get a window seat because the views are spectacular. Lovely views of particularly places which I really love, like Poole Harbour, the Jurassic coastline, the beautiful cities of Southampton and Portsmouth, of course, as well. And like I said, yep, good for convenience, but the monopoly isn't cool. I would love to see another airline rock up here in Guernsey and give Aurigny and Blue Islands, who are in cahoots with each other, doing their code shares and whatnot a run for their money. This has just been a short one today because obviously I've been travelling this weekend, and I'll try and get this one out tonight. Next week I'm going to show you how I got to Southampton for the weekend. A nice longer video, a bit more slower paced. So yeah, make sure you stick around for that one. Take care guys, over and out from Guernsey. Again, so green, beautiful island, love it here. It's kind of crazy that only 2 hours ago I got on a train at Southampton Central, and now I'm walking around this little paradise island in the English Channel again. Crazy, isn't it? Southampton Airport, great underrated airport in my opinion.